All right, everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's just jump right into it. I'll be focusing on playing the Dizzler, as I have bought her costume. I feel like perhaps I have not been utilizing my new toys as much as I should and would like to. Maybe I shouldn't be just using things because I bought them, but I think you guys get the idea. I paid 60 Canadian dollars, smackaroos for this. So we might as well play robo-ky Can Wait. In fact, I'm sure a lot of people who want to see robo-ky don't want to see me play robo-ky. You know, there's plenty of players out there for that, but I do want to play a little bit. I was looking at my footage from yesterday and excuse me, I had a little heartburn. Looking at my footage from yesterday and I was thinking maybe I should end my block strings with the, what are those? The radio waves, quarter circle back heavy. But yeah. Let's play a little bit more Dizzy. I'll be focusing on the same things that we've been focusing on. Which is the guy's special stuff. There's this stuff here too. Actually, you know what? I have been doing this a little bit, but without the double JKs. Not that I don't think that they're really telegraphed, but a lot of times I just don't get it out. So I get the air dash back JH a lot better when I don't do the double jump, double JK. I want to see you play Robert Kyle since RW. Well, thanks for that. At least I know there's one person, the Robo Husband. You should get my opponent to crouch block. Disable that. Yeah. Otherwise, of course, I'll go back / would suffice. The Toy Story? What is the Toy Story? I mean, other than the Pixar movie. Yo, Korean dear, how's it going, man? What's up? Hold on, give me 1 sec. I gotta have my chat up here. I have my chat on my phone so I can see you guys text. You guys can text me. You guys can email me. I can see all you guys' emails on my phone here. I'm trying to talk like a boomer. There we go. I wonder if I can have this show up on top. Yeah. I have to. It's funny because I have it on my phone here too. I have the chat up on this screen. I have the chat up on this screen, and I have a chat up on my phone so I can read and play at the same time. But the text is too small. I'm getting too old for this. Alright, let me show you guys what I've been doing, and I'm going to show you what maybe we will try and do. So I've been doing the Kaluna special. You guys have seen this plenty of times. With the 5K. So if you do the 5K just at max range, at the tip of the tail of Dizzy, then we can get the KS fish to bite after the overhead. So we're getting used to this. I'm getting pretty proficient with this. It's not perfect. And we don't want to like dash and flush. You don't want to do a maximum dash. You want to just do like a little tap dash. Hold your momentum a little bit. Right. And I've been doing 5K because a lot of times when you get this close of a knockdown, or this close of an ice spike rather, you don't really have the spacing for just a neutral 2D. And if you dash into a 2D, you're gonna be too close, and the fish bite won't hit the way we want it to. BC actually has a tail. I was wondering what her K-buns or sorry, I was already wondering what her K bun's actually supposed to be. Just her tail. Although, in the old Guilty Gear, standing K is her back kick. It looks like Testament's back kick. I think Testament still has the same back 5K as they did in the old games. There we go. Tip of the tail there. Getting very proficient in it. I want to do the Nagai style, my style though, which is we're gonna go in with a halted dash. So just like a tap dash, not a full dash, just so that we get less momentum, right? And then close has 2H. So the 2H will hit near the tip of it or in the more on the farther away hitbox of the 2H, if that makes sense. Right. So this particular one sets up a K-fish in a way that I guess it hits about the same time, but Dizzy's positioning I guess it's a little different. She recovers a little bit. Is it later or sooner? Hold up. Okay, yeah, no, she recovers sooner. If you do it like this, right? In a way that you can fit in a super jump into a air dash back JK, for example, for a high. And sometimes I want to halt my momentum with the FD. Doesn't really matter. You probably shouldn't FD this because it spends meter. But I feel like if you FD, you carry yourself farther, but you maintain the same deceleration. If that makes sense? But the problem with doing an FD is that you have the risk of doing something else like a button. And you spend meter, of course. But I like this one better. I wouldn't say I like it better, but it's kind of cute. It utilizes a lot of concepts that Luna has, that the Violet has, and a lot of the concepts that I've been coming up with. So I kind of want to make this a thing. Another advantage of a super jump is that when you super jump, your character automatically turns around, so you can air dash back immediately, right? Rather than a regular jump, you don't turn around actually after you pass your opponent. So if I dash to the right, for example, after I pass my opponent, I'm going to do a regular dash, and a regular dash takes a little bit longer to do. So Hazel says, how do you do the charge dust PHKS fish cross up stuff? I see Luna has been doing a lot of charge dust ender more recently. Well, the trick about this is that there's two things actually. One, you have to be really close, or close enough to do like a dash up or like a micro dash forward carrying fully charged 5D, right? So a lot of times you don't have this spacing, so you have to cut your combo short, like from here, 5K into Ice Spike immediately, or if you want to dash up a little bit, micro dash close slash Ice Spike. So you need this spacing here. That's one of the most important things. The other important thing is being good at doing a micro dash P fish. So you have to do micro dash P fish right here. So in this case it's PH and then PH and then KS. Did I get that right? PH fish and then KS fish. Oh, that's just a regular K fish. PS fish, KS fish. That fish. That kind of fish. Alright, so let's put it together. I don't do it very often because I'm not very good at it. And then you just jump. So if you do it right, that PH fish should hit meaty. So I'm going to hold up back on defense. And it's hitting me on the jump start up. So here's the crossover. So there you go. The robo husband, the robo hobo, the robo hubby. So then you get a safe cross up like that. The PH fish. So minimal, how's it going? PH fish and the KS fish only cross up. It cannot be same side. The way to get the same side is actually to jump, air dash back. So let's see if we can do it. So jump, make it look like you're gonna cross over, and just stay in the same side with it. Air dash back. I think. Let's test it out. That might actually be cross up protection. You might have to air dash back a little bit sooner. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's cross up protection. You probably have to air dash back a little bit sooner. Yeah. Yeah, I would air dash back sooner. Let's try to get it to work. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, there we go. So like if they're just looking for the jump as a how do you say, if your opponent is looking for the jump start, like is he going up like this? You know, if they're looking for that as the reactionary visual point of they're gonna cross me up, you like, and they're set on that, right? Air dashing back that soon would be effective, but I feel like this is gonna be like a 20 frame type of thing, but I haven't counted the numbers yet. But yeah, that's how you would kind of maintain same side if you're gonna go for this. But like this is like if they've never seen this before, it's pretty tricky. They have to be like looking out for it. That's okay. So how do you do the same? So just, I guess you can just jump up to robo hubby, robo husbando, robo hobo. I like robo hobo, but that has other implications. Nothing bad. It just means he moves around a lot. Camper, how's it going? Hello. Why is Hot in a dress and why is he shooting ice spikes? That's a good question. He slimmed down a bit. Do you just not get a conversion on the same side then? Maybe not worth the same side if you don't get the same conversion. I don't think you can get the same conversion. Let's see. I only got the first hit. I didn't really go for any extended hits. Right. Oops. Yeah, I think do better to the cross up. Yeah, you just get hit, I guess. Or maybe, you know what? I think if you just air dash back and do nothing. Let's do that. Oh. I've been lucky up till now, I think. Maybe not. I feel like you want to come down faster. What the heck? It's a little bit difficult to practice. because it's hard to kind of program. Yeah, it's kind of hard to program the computer to do what you want. So block the first hit and then don't block the second. That was a little bit too late of an air dash back, right? So I'm holding back. Actually, let's keep holding back. So I did an air dash, but it maintained the cross up. This might be worth asking Kaluna. What do you do on the same side? Let's see. Block the first hit. Huh. Yeah. I think we just jump back sooner. Maybe. Do you have direct contact with Punaluna at all? I mean, I don't want to say I do. Exactly, because then I don't want to open up a floodgates of we message. When especially when we have cool things to share. Paluna is usually the well, whenever I see cool things, I have a thing where I send Paluna any kind of cool ideas. And then Paluna would do the same. But let's see. But Paluna sends me really cool stuff. I feel bad that I'm not sending other cool stuff back. But I'm like, Paluna is my first point of contact if I have like really cool tech. Sorry, my nose is itchy. It's like first it goes to Paluna, and then it goes to my stream, and then it goes to the Dizzy Discord. Yeah, anyway, Yo, Dak, how's it going? What's up? Does the JK hit after the delay air dash back? Oh, we can probably just JK. Actually, you know what? Violet probably has a good idea of the same side. I think you would just want air dash back sooner. We'll just do an air dash back sooner. Yeah, Violet made a video about this setup. Yeah, let's just get hit. Block the first hit. Yeah, you can probably just do that. Instead of doing JK, you can just probably fall down with the JH and then do your thing. Casey, how's it going? God of Destruction 3 last night? Hell yeah. Explain that to me in Strive terms. Is that like Vanquisher Diamond 3? Or something like that? Probably a 5k 2D there. The conversion maybe isn't as strong. I'm not doing a complete combo, but it does seem like you should be able to like at least 5k there. It's Vanquisher 16DR or something? Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Which character? Heihachi? Let me just I know I have something here. Give me one sec here. I know that a video was sent to me at some point from Vivi. I just don't remember what it was. I don't really want to dig through a bunch of individual files. But yeah, anyway. Yo, I'm a dragon. How's it going? How you got the caution already? I spent money. I made a charitable donation to the Shrine of Arxis, and then put my coins in the box, about $60 Canadian, and then I got the costume. Do I recommend that? No, not really. If you guys need to save your money on something else, then for sure. It's just I have money, I guess. If you don't have money, don't do it. But if you have money and you really like Dizzy, then do it if it makes you happy. That's my philosophy. There you go. Support your favorite game devs. Yeah, there you go. Tax write-off skin. I don't think I can write this one off. But instead of doing the Kaluna, or actually, I guess it's the Vivi. Okay, this one. We do see Paluna do it a lot. But I'm gonna try and do other things, although I should try this at some point. Alright, anyway. Let's go ahead and play some matches. I'll do some lobby matches today. Oh, excuse me. Did I miss anybody? Yo, Igunom, how's it going? What's up? But yeah, Casey, good job. Congratulations on that. I would play Tekken. If I play Tekken, I would probably play. I'd probably play. Was it a little laggy? Might be a little laggy. Lydia. That's who I'd play, Casey. Lydia's really cool. Would you be down to play with me in this game? Oh, in Guilty Gear, I would like to learn Nago. I can play a little bit. But I don't know if I can go... I mean, are you just starting? You can play a little bit, just let me know. Not Lydia. Lydia's cool, though. She's karate. She does the fighting style that I do IRL. Karate. Or as SpongeBob calls it, karate. She is so annoying. Is she? That's too bad. She's got such a good style. Visually striking style. I made a post on my Facebook about Lydia. And my karate sensei liked it. He gave it a good old thumbs up. My sensei was like, approve. Approve! What do they say? What is it? Yosh. Yosh. There you go. She forces you to block a 50-50 between mids that are plus and unblockable highs. Sounds like real karate. Lydia's cool, but she has bad design? Okay. Like gameplay design? I think visually though, she's so cool. Alright, let's do this. Oh no. Is that laggy? It's a little laggy here, isn't it? Maybe in game it's actually not so laggy, just this Habbo Hotel situation that's laggy. Kane, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Is Yujiro out yet? Alright, Casey, you wanna play? Let's do this. Let me get out of here. Let's go west. Let's just occupy West Coast. Let's go West Coast Open Park 1. We'll do maybe like just a couple, first to 3 or something like that, Casey. Kane says, I'm Vanquisher around 1500 DR, and I think she is still in the lower side of the tier list. Oh, for Dizzy, how strong do you think Dizzy is at the moment? So I think she's, I agree with you there, Kane. She's on the lower side of the tier list. She's a fun character to play. However, she's a difficult character to... let me rephrase that. No. She is a fun character to play. She's not too difficult to play. However, it's very challenging for you to close out matches and win with her. That is what I feel anyway. Very, very difficult to close out matches, especially for someone just learning the game. Like a B, but at least with the new tools, she doesn't feel that much behind compared with before. Yes, the new tools allows her to kind of manage against the stronger characters in this game. Learn Faust. Oh no. Yeah. If you want a character that will never be bad, you learn Ramathal and Johnny. It's hard to set up your win conditions against many characters. I agree with that, man. I'm with you, Kane. Alright. Yo, Octopus, how's it going? What's up? Alright, so we got Casey here. I'm not too sure where Casey is on their power level. So we're just gonna take it easy here till we get a good idea of what to expect. Oh, nice shimmy. I'll hold my burst for now. Okay, what are the... Some basic pressure, the solid snake. Nice air grab. We're not gonna kill here. I'll mess it up. Genmu, good morning. How's it going? What's up? What's for breakfast? I got myself some jasmine tea. Kane says, I love her so much that I endured to grind to make sure when she was bad. Me too. We're like the same. You and I are the cut of the same cloth. The Church of Dizzy. Thanks, RW. Yeah, I mean, I try to make an effort to greet everybody. I mean, at some point, that might not be plausible, but while I'm still small, and I may be small for the rest of my streaming life, I would love to make everyone feel like they're welcome. Like Art, how's it going? Hello, everyone. I began to play Strive again in 2.0. Your guides really helped me learn a lot of Dizzy basics. Thanks. But I sweating blooded playing neutral against some characters. Me too. Me too. How's it going there, Art? Hope you're doing well. Well, thanks for saying that first of all. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I also struggle with neutral, especially against Kai. I don't know why Kai specifically is a difficult character for me. Maybe because he's actually Dizzy's RL husband. And I am just a fake husband for Dizzy. I'm like robo-ky, you know? Where's my robo-Dizzy? Yeah, Dizzy is very cute. I agree. Yeah, Art, really appreciate you saying all that. Again, just let me know if you have any questions about Dizzy. I'm always happy to like stop and kind of answer things and even lab it out. Good box. Got. Scum de pas. Kane says, I think if Arc System Works gave Fish the old property that it could take a hit for Dizzy, there would be, if should be so much better. That's true. It's a really scary thing for them to try and do, I think, right now. There's a fine line between fixing the character and breaking the character. Then I think that's the borders on breaking the character, right? And if it does break the character, do you really want everyone to hate on Dizzy? Everyone would be insufferable. Everybody would be so insufferable about Dizzy being a super broken character, you know? But with that said, is it really that bad? Would it really be that bad if Dizzy had armored fish? I don't think so. I think fish armor would actually match with a lot of the top tiers, you know, damage output. Like, I think it might actually balance Dizzy to be like a good character, but not completely broken. She would be really cheap though. The complaints would be endless. Do you guys really want that? Right now, Dizzy stands on the area of respectable. I think people respect Dizzy players. Yeah, wait a second. I'm not using the skin. Wait a second. You're right. I paid good money for that. It'd be OP if you could throw everyone out of their match. That would be sick. You kind of can after Guard Crush. Yeah, Dizzy would be, I mean, I've already lived through, Dizzy complaints. I don't know if I can handle it again. She doesn't deserve it. Yo, Mr. Silver, how's it going? I want it easier to punish misfinder. Me too. Me too. Alright, KC, GG's. I just realized that I don't have the skin. Let me read some of these people's posts. Oh, we got people here. GG's, Casey. Give me a sec here. I need my skin up. I kind of want to do Country Style number 2. I think Country Style 2 has like, it's got better visual, like it's more visually striking. Let's do Country Style 2 and then we'll do Country Style 1. These sound like chicken flavors, as I mentioned earlier, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, country style. Yeah, there's only 2 colors at the moment. Hazel says I prefer style number 1. You know what? All right, Hazel, just for you, style number 1 for now. We'll go back to style number 2. Let me read some of this. But yeah, Nerve, really appreciate it. Yeah, I think armor on fish would be broken. It would be pretty good, pretty cool. We can play around with it so much, but it's I think people will complain a lot about it. But then again, you know what? Everyone complains about everything. When the new patch comes out, no one's going to be happy. Or not, rather, not everyone's going to be happy. So Nurse says, hello again, everyone. For example, I don't understand what to do when rivals are in the air and I'm beneath them. 6P fails a lot, 2H is slow. And if they guard it, don't win a lot, initiative, maybe just fish summon. There's a lot of ways to deal with your opponents in the air. Yes, 6P is one of them. 2H is one of them too. 2H is a little bit slow. 6P is going to be your best anti-air, although not very good. If they're blocking a lot, know that they are coming in with a block in the air, so they're not attacking. The solution to that, and this is not going to be a solution to everything, right? This is, you're dealing with like an RPS situation. If they're jumping in and doing nothing, then your anti-air of choice would be air grabbing. So jumping up and throwing them in the air. But if they're coming down with a button, 6P usually is your best reactive button, but it doesn't always work as well. Yo, Mr. Silver, thanks so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. I didn't realize my notifications were so loud. Let me know if that was too loud. I can turn it down. So Dizzy has a lot of tools to kind of preemptively deal with to deal with the air. So Fire Spear is one of them, aka Chestnuts. Setting up P-Fish is one of them. But in terms of reaction, 6P. And it doesn't always work, but know that if you 6P, you jack up their risk gauge, and you get them to fall back to the ground at a more negative. That's kind of a weird way of putting it. They are negative on block on the ground, so it's kind of your turn. Sometimes what I would do, like I always just cancel into Mikhail's sword, but what I should be doing is canceling into Ice Spike. Just in case. Yo, Moondrops, how's it going? What's up? Let me read some of this. KC, GG's KC. Alright, let me play my next match here. I don't like execution as much as decisive moves like Electric Wind, God Fist. Amalite, what's up? How's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Ava stands out to me as pretty cool and unique in the game. Is she hard to play? I think at the moment she's hard because she's way more risk and reward. She's way more risk than reward. There you go. And if you're fighting characters with aerosol like Bandit, Bringer, Dive Kick, is pretty hard to anti-airs. I end up doing super sensitive. And you know what? I'm like that too, actually. You're gonna see me fail a lot of anti-airs on the Dive Kick, but yeah, you do want to 6P them. You can. Bandit Bringer is like almost impossible to 6P, but you can. What I do is I preemptively just set up fish for Bandit Bringer or Fire Spear. This guy's name is Please Don't 6P. Don't worry about that. I won't 6P a whole lot. Yo, Cockmuck, how's it? Cockmuck? Nice name. I don't know if that's supposed to mean anything, but it sounds funny. Hope you do well, man. Has a question. What do you think about Dizzy's counterplay for newbies? I'm new to GG and friends hate. I think she's broken. I can go over counterplay if you want. They're Cockmock. Just throw Bandit Bringers to Kirime. I'm gonna change my Strive name to Fixed Spouse to show my support. I need them to make Dizzy strong before I can say fix another character. Nice. 6P. I could probably kill, but I just want to practice the setup. Think of Dizzy's counterplay for newbies, hey? For newbies? Honestly, just work on your combos. Like, depends on the character, but basically if they have a high damage combo character, for new players, you just gotta like outdo her in damage. That's the biggest thing. And once you kind of do that, or once you get to a higher level, then we can start thinking about like actual gameplay nuances. But execution, practice, 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 as my karate sensei would always say. Oh shit. On the bounce. Is Snow White style safe against shore? You can. It is if you do it right. Oh wow. Oh. donut. My Tim Hortons. Uh-oh. Woo! Uh-oh. I think I'm dead. Oh. I can't kill. Yo, Lara 13 Ego, how's it going? But yeah, if you want me to go anything super nuanced there, Cockmock. I don't know why it sounds funny saying your name. Just let me know. For newbies, make sure that their combos are strong. Make sure that they have a good kind of game plan on Okizeme, and dash block. You know, running into Ice Spike might feel like it's broken. You know, if they keep doing that, but honestly, if you just dash and then block, dash, block, dash, block, you'll get in. So this guy's doing a good job. He's just dash blocking. And again, it depends on the character they play, right? And it depends what you're doing. I'm gonna strike throw here. We're gonna go for that again. Shit. That almost looked cool. Solid snake style. There you go. Lara 13 Ego says, I'm getting into Strive after being an exclusive Street Fighter player since Third Strike. Hell yeah, dude. Who'd you play in Third Strike? It's like I'm new to fighting games all over again. It's both daunting and exciting. Sick. Yeah, that's exciting. What, let me ask, what got you into Guilty Gear then? Especially now that it's like mostly Strive. Third Strike, I would say Third Strike is more similar to the old Guilty Gear. Like I'm talking plus R. Oh, I thought I'd be okay there. Getting shit. I don't know where that come from. It's showtime, that's right. Cockmock Cosmo Space. That's 6P. Oh, actually, that converted, but didn't do a lot of damage. Also, my nickname is Cosmos Space on Acrylic Alphabet. Acrylic? Gonna want to teleport. Oh, I can't believe I killed. Let's go. I didn't play a whole lot of Third Strike back in the day. It was right beside the King of Fighters arcade machine in my old mall. I played it because I like fighting games, but I never really got into playing it competitively. I always thought Sean was cool. go. Alright. None of my mains are in Street Fighter 6 and none were announced in Season 4, so I decided to check GG. Oh! Still love Street Fighter 6 though? Wait. You decided to go when they announced Tifa? Yo, you crazy? Yo, what? Can we get Tifa? I guess Tifa isn't out until a long time, so... Oh. Yeah, I'm getting out-poked here. Oh, you know, that's okay. I'm leading this next round in burst. A little damage there. Okay, do more Solid Snake. Showtime. Or just do damage. Iki Izayoi, how's it going? What's up? I'm curious, when you don't have your main from previous game, don't you just stick with someone else? Says Iki, my Street Fighter 5 main isn't in Street Fighter 6 either. I just found someone else. You know, I played Abel in Street Fighter 4, and he was not in Street Fighter 5 or 6. So in Street Fighter 5, I played Dalsum. Completely different character. And then when in my brief time at Street Fighter 6, I just played modern mode Rashid, which is like kind of a meme, but so in this game I consider Dizzy my main, and I consider Dizzy my main in the previous games mostly, but when she obviously Dizzy wasn't in this game at the beginning of Strive, so I played Ram. Yeah, I played Able to Sim is crazy, I know. I just wanted to, like, expand my horizons, you know? Also, Dalsum in Street Fighter 5, when he first came out, he was like an anime character. He got Flame Carpet. He got, you know, the fireballs. The curving fireballs. But the Flame Carpet was so anime. He almost had like a Dormammu ball. I guess that isn't really... Dormammu ball isn't exactly an anime game thing. It's more of a Marvel thing. But, I mean, one can argue Marvel is pretty anime. In fact, you can even argue that Street Fighter is pretty anime. It's got Tifa in it. Give me that banana. I kinda didn't like that. Oh. Oh shit. That actually comboed and killed me. Kane says, I normally play characters with old KO tradition. So I always have at least one character. Oh, right. King of Fighters was Quite the concept, eh? 3 characters? So you pay 50 cents to play 3 different characters, right? That was like so cool at the time. Like you're like getting your value. I like the spacing crafting. My fish might fail me out here, right? Oh shit, nice. That was very aggressive. I just got Dizzy costume too. Let's go! It's really good. Yeah, really cool concept. What I would do, actually, it was good for me and my brothers. At least me and my other brother. Not all 3 brothers played the same game. But, like, I would pick a character. So me and my older brother, me and my brother Vu, we'd have our favorite characters. And when it was my turn, I'd pick 2 of my characters and he'd pick one of his. So I'd do Rio and Terry, and he'd be Robert or something like that. Or Ralph. So then we just like jump in whenever our character was up next, you know? And then when it was his turn, he would do the opposite, right? He'd pick 2 of his characters and I'd pick one of mine. So mine would always be Rio. And then his would be like Robert and Ralph. Such a fun concept. Alright, Camus. Have a good breakfast. A little gap there. Got leftover turkey pot pie. Damn. I just spent a lot of resources on that. By the way, you said Abba is more risk than reward. Is she pretty bad in this game then? You know, my phrasing of that wasn't right. It's the risk and reward. She's like high risk, high reward is what I mean. Right now though, it's probably going to be really hard to just start off playing her, simply because like her whole shtick about going into Moroha mode, right? Jealousy mode and coming out of it, like that is weird now. Like, it functions like the old Guild Gear in that if you exit jealousy mode, you're at risk of just getting blown up. And that might be a little bit difficult to manage for a new player. With that said, I mean, if you really like Ava, like, go ahead and, you know, you're welcome to play her. In fact, that love for the character is gonna carry you, right? This guy likes to back up out of my 2K range, so I have to poke with the longer button. Oh shit, as I say that, I do it again. Shit. No! Oh wait, that worked out. Yo, we gotta make it the Titanic. Icebergs. Oh no! Except if you run into this iceberg, it's not that bad. I'm gonna dash forward and block. Hazel says I hate fighting Johnny. Johnny's tough. Johnny's a really strong character. Shit. No! I committed to it. I think if it had been any other super, this would have worked. So I wouldn't have thrown. Because of that super being so late, a delayed throw like that would have been eaten up by super flash. Let's go. Yeah. Hey, Kyle Soar, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. And Casey, thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Alright. Let's see if I can find another player. Thank you so much for the matches, my friend. Please don't 6P. You know what? I was respectful to that. I did not 6P. A whole lot, although I should have. Foxhound, what's up? How you doing, man? Sorry, Nagai, I had to jump on a work call, so I may have missed your answer, but how do you have Dizzy's outfit already? Did you grind through the BP already, or do you not need to max it out for the outfit? You need to max it out, yes, but how I got it was from charitable donations to Lord Daisuke, my savior. I went up to the shrine, the online store, and I made a donation of $60-70, and I got the costume. Do I recommend people doing that? Nope. I think if you have money, or rather if you don't have money, don't do that. You can just grind out the grind out matches and that sort of thing for a month and get it. But I played this game enough. I feel like the amount of money I've already spent on it, or rather, how do I say this? My cost to time efficiency with this game is really, really good. So let's just say I spent $150 total on this game, or maybe even $200, and it's giving me like thousands of hours of just having fun and entertaining myself. The other day, 2 weeks ago, I went on a horseback riding excursion, which is really cool, and it cost me $130 for 2 hours, right? But really good, really cool experience. I've never done that in my entire life. But I mean, some people just do that. That's just their thing, right? They have horses. It's their hobby. They ride horses all the time. And they can do it for free, quote unquote. Right? But for me personally, I spent $130. It was worth the 2 hours. So me spending $60 on a game that I've already spent like thousands of hours on, not a big deal. That's how I like to think about it anyway. And maybe those horse riding people, something like playing Guilty Gear with an arcade stick and that sort of thing. That could be an experience worth $100. I don't know. Hey, Ignom, $60-70, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Yo, Silver, what's up? How's Robert Hubby? Do you like him? I like Robo Hobo. He's all right. Yeah, totally makes sense. I thought I was doing something wrong. It looks like it's pretty sick. Foxhound says, I almost dropped $200 at the movie theaters the other day buying tickets, food, and drinks for 4 of us. The movie was ass. Trust me, I would have spent money on a battle pass. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, there are far worse things you can spend your money on. Go for the trifecta, the low, the high, the throw. shit, and it's over. I like my odds back here. Or do I? There. Tricky part of learning and labbing is that you can and should only focus on adopting a few setups at a time because you have so many setups. I agree. When I do my labbing and I'm doing like kind of my research labbing, trying to figure out like new things, I often forget the fundamentals of what I should be doing in terms of setups. And then I lose a lot of matches because of it. You know, I'm just trying out too many different things or whatever. Because yeah, you just have informational overload. But if you, like lately I've just been sticking with one or two different things. Right, you see me do the same things over and over. But they're pretty effective. And once I get really used to them and it's engraved into my muscle memory, then we can start adding on other things. I'm just at the point where I'm still trying to solidify this muscle memory. You know, you're gonna see the same old things for a long time actually. Until I get really good at it. And then we'll mix it up. But I think it's important to recognize what's working and what's not and just focus on that. And then you start adding on the quote-unquote fake setups to make your solid setups a lot less stale, you know? Oopsies. If we can get to the corner, we can kill. Oh no. Yeah. I touch source says precisely. Yeah, it's like you want to lab it, then you want to make sure you have it down real games. Then lab new setups to adapt. Yeah, absolutely. So for example, that's a new setup I'm trying to work on. And this too. Didn't need to cancel that, but did it just for good measure. So that's a setup that I've been working on. Ice Spike, dash up 2K2D, KH fish, with a 2P, and then going for a grab. It's a very simple thing, but it's very effective. You're going to see it a lot until people start blocking it or start countering it, then we're going to switch it up. It's also one of these things where, like, if you notice you hitting your opponent with something in neutral, but you're not doing a whole lot to capitalize off it, you gotta think about how you can capitalize off it. Right. Let's do another throw. That was a nothing burger setup, actually. Don't do that. I meant to do a low drift forward. Yo, FTW, how's it going? Mini, what's up? You guys want to see some really good Dizzy art that I often feature on as my thumbnails? Make sure you check out Mini. That one ball. Touch Star says I was labbing that as well, though with P-Fish instead. Yeah, you know what? Let's give Mini a shout out. I use Mini's baseball Dizzy as my thumbnail with permission, and I really appreciate it. So if you guys want to see art like that baseball thumbnail I often use, please check them out. Stephen Meager, how's it going? What's up, man? Let me read that in just a moment. QB. Set up my icebergs. Okay, so I'm noticing burst and meter, so I'm just gonna go up. I was just gonna go see if I can IB a burst. Do you need to pay for the battle pass to get the skin, or I believe you do need the battle pass plus, which costs like I think $6 or $5 American. And then you have to play throughout the month, basically. I think we calculated out. If you got all the... If you did all the weeklies, you did all the dailies, you should get it within half the... maybe like 66% of the battle pass period. And if you don't get enough points, then you can pay for like... You can pay $5 American for like 10 levels. I just straight up paid like $70 Canadian. Alright, Solid Snake. It's showtime. Not bad. Colonel, it's showtime. I call that setup the Solid Snake when I when I put the fish behind the opponent, because it's like it's not exactly the same situation, but it's a similar situation to if you're playing Solid Snake in Smash Brothers and you have a grenade, right? If they try to attack you when you have a grenade in your hand, they're gonna get hit with the grenade. Do it again. If I can. I'll show you the Solid Snake. They attack. Do it again. There we go. Oh shit! I messed up though. I didn't do a combo. But that's the idea. So you place the grenade behind them, they strike you, the grenade explodes, and then you win. It's a very Solid Snake style in Smash Brothers. It's not perfect though, just like Snake's grenade stuff. So hence I call it that. VO players love DPing literally everything. They do. The 6P beats Solid Snake though. It does. It does. Okay, so Steven Meager says, hey, you got me to pick up Dizzy. Recently hit D1. Hell yeah, let's go. I'm glad to hear that, Steven. If you have any questions or that sort of thing, let me know. Not that I have all the answers, but I have some answers. pretty scary. Just gotta make sure we don't let her do her thing. Shit. Okay. That was an accident. It looked like it was on purpose, but it was a total accident. Oopsies. I don't think that works actually. Even if I did it sooner, I think you should just pick up your opponent with a button. FTW says, Nagai, got a quick question. When you get your opponent with a spike in ice field, why do you use JS with a dash to get them? The instant air dash JS is if I want to extend the combo into like a really close up close slash 2H. But I don't always do that. I often do it if I don't have enough if the distance isn't right for just a straight up dash up into like a far range this is gonna sound weird, a far range close slash 2D. So like if I can't get like a run up 2K 2D or run up close slash whatever, then I will do an instant air dash JS. You might be wondering why don't I just do JH instead? And that's because JH doesn't convert into a landing close slash. If you do instant air dash JS into land close slash, that will connect. But if they're too far away, JS will still, I mean, if you're in range, it will hit, as opposed to JH. But then you won't have a close slash, you'd have a 5K instead, so you do instant air dash JS to 5K 2D. That's what I would do. Ice Spike, Ice Field, JS. There's I mean, there's a time and place for it. I never used to do it actually. Back in 1.0, I would almost always do JH because it connects easier into a landing 2K 2D. But then I realized that JS into close slash isn't that bad to do. And it also sets you up with a lot of really cool, interesting strings. I was wondering about JH. I thought they were about. They have their own. Both of them have their nuances. I can show you right after here, actually. I don't know when I should do 2K there or 2S. JH is not as consistent as JS on a frozen opponent. I'll show you. JH is pretty consistent. I would do JH in a pinch if I want to connect a combo. Like if they're just pixels away of dying and I'm not in range of a dash up anything, I would do instant air dash JH and then a bunch of 2Ps. Yeah, okay, yeah. Not as consistent to combo into after. That's true. Yeah, yeah. I agree. So, let's just say you have your opponent like too far away to like do your thing. So like you're too far away for one of these, for example, right? Then during those moments, like an instant air dash, whatever would be ideal. And I like the instant air dash JS simply because it gets you it connects with a close slash, so the combo continues, but a JH doesn't do that with a close slash. So JH is probably 1 frame short of being able to do that. So instead of what you can do is JH into 5K. Or JH into... Like, you can do a bunch of 2-piece if you want to stall for Wings of Light. You can also do this to stall for Wings of Light. That's the biggest thing, right? But again, I have a lot of setups that involve close slash 2H, or rather 2H ender, and I've been moving away from a 2K 2D ender, although they're not too bad either. JH is better if you want to mash out instant dash JH into 2K, right? That's not bad. But you know, JS can also go into 2K 2D. I think JS is a little bit harder to do though, which is why I was so reluctant to do it way back when. Yo, Kylanese, thank you so much for the follow, really appreciate it. I was so reluctant to do instant air dash JS back then because I was very inconsistent with it. Like it's not a like I had the impression that it was very difficult to like link up, but you can mash it out. Right. So now lately I've just been, if I can, I don't instant air dash because you don't get the right spacing for like a Paluna special. If you're like way up close, you want that fish to be somewhat behind, and you can't quite get that. Like you can't quite get that when you maintain the momentum of a instant air dash JH or JS. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's sort of like a frame advantage thing. Sorry for my grammar, I really feel like Acid it still is for me, so that's why I'm asking. No, your grammar is better than me talking. Me talking has the worst, like I can't talk properly sometimes, especially when I don't eat. I guess that's pretty normal. No, I appreciate the question. Turn down my system sounds a bit. Turn up my music. Both of us backdash. I wonder what Testament thinks of Dissy's country style costume. Snipe, no. I'm really lucky with those. Okay, Salt Snake Saw? Oh shit! Okay, never mind. For another grab. Let's go for one more grab. And then we can kill here. Rama, how's it going? Her costume is absolutely beautiful. I agree. It was worth the $60, hey? I've spent worse. I spent more on much worse. I spent more on Nikkei PNGs. so this is nothing. That's my copium. Last. I've definitely spent more on gacha games that I stopped playing. I remember I played Girls Frontline. Remember that game? Girls Frontline, where all the guns were girls. There's a Guilty Gear collaboration at one point where you can play as Elfelt in Girls Frontline. And yeah, I think the costume for Elfelt was about $70. You know what? I bought it. And you know what else is up? I haven't played that. I haven't played that game in like about 10 years now. Maybe not that long, but I stopped playing the game. Neppiest of them all, how's it going? Is this an official costume or mod? This is an official costume. Yep, yes, hope you're doing well. How's it going? Oh, I wasn't watching the meter. Get him. Happy Friday and happy July 4th Eve from... Oh, is it Independence Day? Let's go. I love that movie. JS felt more like test your might rather than an optimal thing, but I think it's optimal. I guess I need to get this frame counting mod. It's not bad to do in the end. Like, I thought it was kind of difficult to do, but you can basically just mash it out too. Test your might.
Test your might.
Really cool costume. We both backdash again. Yeah, Mortal Kombat's right. Man, I cannot react to that. Too old for this. I think we're gonna see a... Oh shit, I could block that actually. Apparently GGST is doing another gacha collab, apparently. Nice. Which one? Not gonna lie, I got into Epic 7 because of the Guilty Gear collab way back when. The game was actually pretty fun to play. Oh, 2 big hits. Yeah, Taiwanese asks really cool skin, or says really cool skin. Yeah, this is a very good one. Official costume. Can I kill? Yeah, nice. I can't even see it on Steam, to be honest. There's no way it was $60. It's not officially on Steam. I'll show you how you can buy it real quick. So you actually have to go to the Battle Pass menu. the Blazing Pass. Yeah, it's $60 to get enough levels to get it. So I guess like I just got like 8 levels playing the game in 2 days, so you don't need to like spend money for it. I just did because I needed to get it on day 1. But once you get 70 levels, which costs 4,000 points per level, so yeah, you can get 10 levels with a purchase from here, but this is like $5 USD. So in the end, it cost me about $60 or $70 Canadian, which is roughly like $50 American, after buying the battle pass, which is like $5 Canadian. Yeah, so it's not on the Steam page. You just have to kind of do it in game. Again, I did it because I told myself, you know, I wanted this. I wanted it right away. I can't be a Dizzy player who streams without having the skin, right? It's just kind of I wouldn't say it's stupid, but you know, as a self-proclaimed Dizzy #1 fan, although there's definitely bigger fans out there, I thought it would be appropriate if I bought it. With y'all support, so a lot of people have subscribed and all that, so this is kind of my way of giving back. You guys can see me with this skin sooner than most other people, I suppose. Right now, it's only for Dizzy. It's a Dizzy only skin at the moment. So there's skins and accessories that are slowly coming out, and they just started doing it here, Tyler. Dizzy is like the 4th character to receive an official in-game cosmetic that you have to kind of work towards. Soul's got one, Ino's got one, Kai's got one, and now Dizzy. Oh boy. Dizzy thinks I'm alright. Jungler John. I'm a mid invoker. That's a very dangerous thing for me to do against Temple, because he can just like stand there and pop buster. Oh my god, let's go. I think it's gonna flick. Shit. I was thinking about Far Slash, but it came out too late. Oopsies. I'm a fool. Okay, he's got meter now. I'm not gonna jump. Never know when they decide to have heavenly pop buster. Oh. As nice as it is, there's no way I'd pay more than $5 for a cosmetic when characters are even a double that. That's true. I mean, everyone has, do I recommend paying money for a cosmetic? No. I 100% do not recommend it. Unless it's something that would truly bring you happiness. In my case, you know what? It does bring me happiness. So I'm okay doing it. But my subjective opinion is different than others. Everyone has their own threshold of what's worth it and what's not, right? So I don't recommend it. For me, I mentioned this earlier as well. You know, I've spent money on far worse. On experiences that are a lot shorter than my experience in in Guilty Gear Strive. For example, I paid for an Alfeld skin in Girls Frontline. It was like $60. I stopped playing that game. I'm still playing Guilty Gear Strive. I go to the casino. I spend $100. I lose it. It only took me 2 minutes to lose it all. You know? Yeah, everyone's different, eh? It's all good. You're free to. It's okay to buy it if you want. It's okay not to buy it if you don't want. And I am not judging anyone for doing either one. Not that you were judging me by it, but nice. I'm sure you weren't judging me by it at all. But I don't know. I also like talking while playing at the same time. I probably should not talk as much if I'm fighting Potemkin though. I think a jump's coming. There we go. Find him. I don't know if I like this, but I'm going to BRC in. Oh gosh. Alright. Got a lock in here. Oh my goodness. Jesus. I'm getting out zoned. Yeah, let's go. Is he not meter for heavenly? Nope. Okay, we're gonna jump. Now he's got meter for it. Yeah. Got meter. Moving in. Let's see. Dizzy greater than GTA 6? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So FTW says, man, the problem with Dizzy is that no mods and no other costume can be supreme to her standard model. It came out so good that even her extrude model feels lesser. I think that's a matter of opinion. I quite like her old costumes. Like the but it's not like I don't like her new costumes. I'm not too sure if they'll bring back the old costumes. The first one's a little bit like needs to change a little bit to be more to maybe be okay with the current rating system. Like, as much as I like my nostalgia, if I'm being realistic, like, there's no way I'm gonna show the old costume to my coworkers and be like, this is the character I've been playing for the last 20 years, you know? I can explain it, right? But there's a lot of explaining to do. Right? And honestly, everything's explainable up to the point where she's got like metal nipple guards. I think that's where like I draw the line. I'm like, all right, that's gonna be a little bit difficult to explain. Okay, I see a burst. Let's try to ID it. Oh, no burst. Yo, Huntress, how's it going? What's up? Yeah, it's iconic. It's super iconic, you know? It's just hard to explain to border security. Not even my coworkers, man. Like, literally, I don't want to get stopped in the border just because I play Dizzy. Current Dizzy, a lot easier to explain Huntress. Wouldn't you agree? I don't have to lie to them and say I play Street Fighter and my main character is Ken Watanabe. Oopsies. Or I play Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. Over are those days. Yo, the Solid Snake? Let's go. Yeah, go. No! Sneak in. Another low, perhaps? Alright, let's go. Hope you're doing well, Hunters. What's up? But Exert costume doesn't have her metal nipple guards. Her plus her costume does. There's nothing wrong with the Dizzy costume. I just, you know, I don't want to be asked questions when no questions should be raised. Everything is okay, you know. You just have to explain a little bit about why Dizzy is, you know, whatever. I don't want to get, you know, I'm tired of having that discussion. Just let me play my character, you know. But yeah, the old Dizzy costume, iconic, especially for its day. Like it screams 90s and 2000s anime. The new Dizzy is a sundress with a thigh slit. What? Huh? Wait, this one? Have I been missing something? Lewd? Alright, I'm gonna do something risky. Gonna risk myself getting heavenly pop bustered. Never mentioned that she's about. Yeah, we don't talk about that. It's too hard to explain, so I don't even bother like going on with that discussion. It's like it's a bait, but we don't talk about that. We just play the character. In my case, I'm going to grind the costume, one, because I like to play the game, and two, it's a cool reward. And so one, it's a cool reward, and two, because I'm broke. Yeah, no problem. I recommend it. Hunter says, I feel like her Strive default is just normal sundress with a thigh slit to me. What? Hold up. Well, something going on with her dress that I don't know of? Wow, why is that so laggy? Oh, what's going on here? I think it's this whole Habbo Hotel business going on in the background. Country style default. Yeah, it's just like a regular dress. Let's do color 2. It's got thigh slits, sure, but also has leggings. Thigh slit sounds very like I'm gonna get in trouble with Twitch cops when I say that out loud. Her new costume is far away from horny as you can get compared to a little. Yeah, I guess so. John again. Let's do it. So Hazel says, I really don't like extra designs. A lot of older GG designs were just gross, in my opinion. I thought the extra one was kind of cute. Like, again, it's think of its time, if anything, right? So think about the 90s and when Guilty Gear came out, right? I guess it's more like early 2000s, late 90s. The animes that we were watching at that time were like Ninja Scroll, Macross Plus, the guy for buy a boosted armor, right? Oh, that's gonna. Oh, okay. So like, it like really appealed to, I guess the anime fans at the time. Like for me, like I like Metallica, I like metal, and there was like that one show called Heavy Metal, whatever. You know, it's very 90s. Will I burst here? But yeah. Maybe it's a time, but this is why GG is so far from what it used to be. Yeah, I don't think it'd be bad though if like they gave certain characters a little bit of like their old costume. I mean, just so like what's really weird is the fact that yeah, they made Dizzy's costume a lot more modest, which is like I think that's fine. Again, it makes it easier for me to explain to customs agents and my coworkers the game I play. I appreciate that. But like, what's weird is that Baiken exists, right? And in every iteration, Baiken becomes less like her cool kind of Rurouni Kenshin type of look, right? Although that just mentioning Kenshin itself, that's another bag of worms, can of worms to open. But anyway, like they made her less less kakui and more like more sexy, you know what I mean? Like they gave her bigger knockers. Like every iteration, her boobs are bigger and bigger, right? They have no issue doing that, you know. Ino kind of still looks a little iropoi. I think that's the phrasing for it. So like, I'm not advocating, you know, make make Dizzy a lot more naked or whatever like that, right? I'm really happy with her design. I'm just saying like it's just weird that like things aren't consistent. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I do like the old designs. I like the old designs, but like I don't know. I get why there's new designs. Yeah, anyway, it's weird, right? It's weird that like you can't get a read on them. Like you can't get a read on the devs with the existence of Baiken. You know, being sexual suits her. That's her entire personality design. I guess that's an argument for Dizzy too, right? Like her design isn't supposed to be like her personality doesn't suit that. But like, who are we to say that a person who is nice and, you know, motherly like Dizzy, like who are we to say, as a man, who am I to say that they can't dress the way they want? You know what I mean? But I don't dictate that. People who act a certain way shouldn't dress the way that we think that they should dress, right? Anyway. And I think the fact that Dizzy is like this motherly character and in the old game she like dresses like not the way we think she does, that's kind of like, you know, that's kind of like at the time Venom was a pool player and he was gay, and the game came out at a time where like, oh shit, you know, that was a time when people unfortunately use, you know, homophobic slurs and all that, right? And but he was so, the fact that he was different was so cool. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think this game, the reason why I like Guilty Gear, is just how different it was at the time. Like it like broke a lot of different norms, and it still does. So yeah, anyway. Sorry guys, I'm not reading chat a whole lot. I'm focusing on not getting blown up by the jungler. Kai's tribe design is so much better. My opinion is Norwegian, but it sounds so different. It's really a matter of taste. He lost all his aura? Kai? Let's see. It's kind of difficult to play and read chat at the same time. That's why I used to play Ram. It's just easy to play and read at the same time. This is a little bit more difficult. Okay, I think we need to initiate this game plan here. I'll go for a low this time. Let's go. If they were to bring back old costumes, I wish they brought back Rev 2 Kai. He looks terrible in Strive. It's not that bad, is it? I don't know. I mean, I guess his character design never really appealed to me to begin with. Oh my god, he threw my back down. That was sick. I better ask my wife about that, actually. Again, my eyes were not focused on Kai, so they were focused on the Dizzler. That sounds weird as it is, but you know what I mean. Shit, I didn't. Ooh, that's like the second time I just got I got beat by that move, the follow-up. I think they can bring back old designs and still maintain the same modesty that they're looking for. They can totally bring back Dizzy's old design, like an excerpt anyway. But then, like, that's not that bad. And if they want to like maintain a certain level of modesty in terms of like whatever, they can do that. I feel like it's pretty bad with the piss yellow lightning. I really feel like his lightning should have been blue. Like, is it yellow? I have not noticed. What do you think about Angie's redesign, actually, Huntress? I think they didn't really do a whole lot with Angie, did they? It's okay. FTW says, I mean, the Dizzy's attack animation in Strive is so graceful, the model speaks with itself. I tried to install Exert model, but her jump animation while holding your dress is just... It's just different. Yeah, I guess this one, you can't really get a mod to work with. You can't get the Exert mod to work with Dizzy's current model. No. One of the reasons why I don't like mods, because like, you know, as cool as they are, like, as cool as making Ramethel look like 2B, she's still gonna be Ramethel, right? Alright. Oh boy. Can I kill? I can't. Sin's redesign is my favorite. I like this. I like his plus R1 more outside of the head bandages. Yeah, I mean, for the record, by the way, guys, I don't hate the old Dizzy design. It's just, again, it's just hard to explain to border security agents and my family and my coworkers. Yeah, exactly. Rama says Ram's outfit is still, yeah. I mean, here's the thing: if people are gonna be like horn dogs over something, they'll find a way. They'll like look at the jiggle of someone's animation. They'll be like, "Oh my god, they did that." And we're not gonna make everybody happy, unfortunately. We just have to like appreciate the designs that are out right now, and go with it. You know, just be happy with what we got. I mean, that's not always the answer, but I think the designs are good enough right now to be like to appreciate them. Like if we make characters a lot more scantily clad, one side is going to be unhappy for whatever reason, and if we make characters look very modest and dress very beautifully and all that, but they're fully clothed, you're going to have another contingent get upset, right? I think this game overall does a pretty good balance. And Reina, thank you so much for the follow, really appreciate it. Although I don't think it hurts to add like old costumes back into the game with slight redesigns to make it work with the animations and that sort of thing, right? Like, how much money would they make if they just gave Dizzy her extra skin, but maybe, have some form of a skirt so that she does still hold her dress while she's jumping? You know what I mean? I love the new design. They're more elegant in general and more modern. Old designs are cool too, but some are too simplistic compared to the new ones. Yeah. Hold up. I've never played against robo-ky. I played as robo-ky, but I've never played against him. Guess he wouldn't be wanting to. Sorry guys, I haven't really been responding to too much of the chat here. So I gotta remember, robo-ky has no reversal. Oh shit. Okay, I better. There we go. I think the previous designs were all fitting with what they were going for. They harmonized, if that makes sense. Drive Design's philosophy is the same way. New designs, and they all feel like they belong together. Yeah. Yeah. I know I've been talking like as if people have been complaining about designs. No one's really complaining about it. Right? We're all like, yeah, the designs are sick. The designs are good. But sometimes when I'm playing and I take a glance at chat, I kind of like talk as if someone's complaining about it. Just so that we have something to talk about. So I'm not mad at anyone, by the way. I just talk, you know? Nice. Yo, Pedro Joe goes. How's it going? What's up? Oh boy. Get him? Nope. Alright, let's go for a grab. Hunter says, I'm the opposite. I think designs in GG are bland, but I love BB designs. BB makes it... BB is very anime. Yeah. BB is, like, really leans into the anime design, just the anime aesthetic. I think Guilty Gear used to as well. I mean, it's still an anime game, but like, BB is like unadulterated anime. Like, you just look at the animations of 9, and you're like, all right, we know what kind of game this is, and it's cool that they just totally lean right into it. They know what they are. Guilty Gear, at least in Strive, feels like they don't exactly know. Oh, that would have been a sick pickup. Yeah, it doesn't. I feel like they're kind of like, all right, we're anime, but we also want to be like, we want to be dipping into some movie culture, you know, make it look more cinematic, right? And personally, I like the anime look a lot better because that's how I got into the game. When I was a teenager, I liked this game because it was like very heavy metal, or metal enough for a 14-year-old, and I like anime a lot, right? So it like fit my, it fit the aesthetics that I liked. Oh shit. Fit the themes that I enjoyed as a teenager. But now as Guilty Gear is expanding, they're trying to do, I don't know, I feel like they're trying to follow trends rather than kind of working off their own their established identity as it is. Which is working for them. Give them credit. Like, the number of sales and all that for Guilty Gear Strive is way more than the older game. Like, whatever they did to market this game, whatever they did to, like, whatever design philosophies they had to abide to, it worked. Like, every song now has lyrics, and you know what? I don't like those songs. I like the old songs, but I'm like, okay, I'll accept it because this is what everyone likes. Maybe I'm not into that 6-7 culture enough, But it's nice to see everyone enjoy the game that I like, I grew up playing, right? Like I mentioned this earlier. I mentioned this yesterday and the day before. Like, I appreciate making something. How do I want to say this? I like okay, if I have a favorite food, for example, I said this the previous stream. Like, I'll enjoy that food as an individual, right? Like, by myself, I'm eating this food, I love it. Like, if it's something weird like durian or sea urchin or balut or whatever, like, I'm loving this food, right? And when I find out that someone else likes this food, even though it's kind of like a weird niche flavor and not everyone likes it, I get excited. It's nice to enjoy things that you like, but it's also really nice to see other people enjoy it. And now you can share it. Now I can talk about how much I like balut with somebody or durian. And the same thing is happening right now with Guilty Gear, right? Even though, like, I would prefer how Plus R plays, maybe I prefer some of the designs of Plus R and the music. It's cool to see everyone appreciate Guilty Gear. For the most part, not everyone appreciates it. Some people look at Guilty Gear and they just vomit. they have a knee-jerk reaction to hate it for whatever reason. But yeah. But it's cool to see everyone, or more than just my group of friends, enjoy Guilty Gear. And that's why I like Strive so much. Not so much. Like, I enjoy the game, I enjoy the gameplay, but it's like I'm eating durian, and everyone else is eating durian, and we're like, yo, this shit's good. I'm like, I know, right? I love it. No more ice floor. I see. Why is that? I'm changing things up. I'm preferring a little bit of non-ice floor pressure or knockdowns. All right, sorry guys, I haven't been reading chat because I've been focused on my matches. But let me read this. So, Hunter says, I'm going back to when Hunter said Strive is a weird cross of anime style, but normie designs, just a lot of belts. Let's go back even more. So Hunter says, I love BB designs. I miss Lychee every day. I guess we got Jam. What do you think about Jam's design here, Huntress? BB is true 2000s anime. It's like a time capsule. GG is more evolving, says FTW. GG is all gags. Or BB Blaze Blue is all gag skits. That's cool that they're bringing in a new character, hey? Strive is like weird cross of anime and normally designs a lot of belts. DNF Duel was more Guilty Gear than Strive, to be honest. It was actually. You're completely not wrong on that. I really enjoyed DNF Duel when it was popular. Grasping for Gingers, how's it going? What's up, Dizzy Main? I am a Dizzy Main, yes. When I look at older UIs compared to Strive, it makes me a little sad. The old UIs had more personality, I think. Me too. Hunter says me too. Oh, the old designs. Like, you just glance at an Arc Sys game and a Guilty Gear game, you know exactly what game it was, and it wasn't tacky. It was cool, I'm using the new UIs right now, but like, I mean, this is a good change. Oh, we got a Dizzy one. All right, we're picking the Dizzy one. You know what this reminds you, Huntress? Back in the day when we had ICQ or MSN, you would go to like this one website called Celestial's Designs, and then you would download like designs for your ICQ or your MSN, and then you feel really cool because you have modded your back in the day. It's like FaceTime, guys. I don't know how to explain it. It's like Discord, except it's this floating thing that on your... Anyway, I'm sure not very many people will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Huntress says, I think vocals ruined that song. There's a few songs in this game that work with vocals, but I am... Sorry, guys, I'm also with the opinion of... I wish songs had instrumental only. They have really good melodies, but then just the vocals seem a little bit too forced. And when you force something, you know, I find like if you force something, it becomes less genuine, and you can feel it. And again, who am I to say that it isn't genuine or it is genuine? But it doesn't feel genuine when you hear every single song in this game with vocals. And when something's not genuine, you just feel a little bit... It doesn't feel as cool. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hipster. Sunday, y'all. How's it going, man? What's up? Fam girl, Dizzy is adorable. Kai and Dizzy returning to the ranch in simpler times. The farm. Yo, man. I want... Yo, where's robo-ky? Where's robo-Dizzy? I want robo-Dizzy as well. Now that we have robo-ky. So Rama says, I don't care with vocals, but what I noticed is that melodic aspect of Strive tracks suffered because of presence of vocals. There's a few Strive character tracks I can't even remember. Yeah, I feel the same way, but let's just, for a moment, I don't know, isn't it weird that we don't have like instrumental covers of a lot of these songs? You would think those would go pretty hard, right? Or maybe someone had done that and they just decided it doesn't sound as good. Grasping for Ginger says, I truly don't care for cosmetics at all. Mostly I care about the balance and skill expression of the game. Yeah, me too. But if there's a cosmetic that looks good, I'd buy it. Hazel says, I don't mind Jam's design. I think it looks good. Hunter says, I really like Jam's redesign and style, but I hate her gameplay in this game. She went from a combo cream to a 3-hit wonder. It's like watching Jam cosplay, unfortunately. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, her gameplay... it's like... I can't describe it very well, but it is a lot simpler than what she was before. Oh, that's unfortunate. I never really liked Jam as a character before, so I don't really have... Well, I wouldn't say I didn't like her, but I never really gravitated towards her. So she's just, yeah. On a surface level, as an outsider, she looks a lot more simpler. And one of the reasons why I didn't gravitate towards Jam is because I knew she was a very difficult character to play, and now it looks like she's a lot easier, and which is like, I guess that's like the thing of this game. A lot of these redesigns and that sort of thing, they have become from complex character to simpler character to appease, you know, just to allow people to play the character, pick them up. And my honest opinion says grasping figures, though I'm mad Incinerator Dash, though I'm the mad lad that truly sees GGST as a job, because for me ranked is all that matters. Yo, Mini, how's it going? DNF Duel mentioned? Yeah, we like DNF Duel here. Alright, now we're talking about ICQ. Yeah, the 7-digit number in ICQ. Let's see. I think the lyrics, so Inept Norwegian says, I think the lyrics are just a bit jarring to native English speaker because they often put emphasis on the wrong syllables or make odd word choices in general that a native speaker wouldn't. Yeah, maybe it is. Like, it was cool for the first little bit. I enjoyed some of the vocals in Xrd. I think Xrd had a really good balance of instrumental and vocals. because when you heard the vocals, you knew something cool was gonna happen, right? So Soul would do Dragon Install, and then vocals would happen, right? And like, oh shit! Even though this is kind of weird and quirky, these weird emphases on different words from a non-native English speaker, it's cool that they that they did this, and like now we're paying attention, right? I'm not sure if Angie's trailer music, it didn't have vocals, but when the game came out, it only had vocals slapped onto. Oh no, yeah, they need some instrumental versions. I would gladly listen to Strive music like in game if it had instrumental music. Rama says removing the vocals from tracks doesn't really make sense. The music would feel hollow. Well, what you do is just put a lead guitar to play instead of the vocals. Like there's a melody to the vocals, of course, right? But you just put a guitar, an instrument to it, then it'll sound fine. For example, like Bridget's old theme, Simple Life, whatever. That song sounds like it should have vocals, but it's all instrumental, and it sounds awesome. Hazel says, I don't like how a lot of new characters just have auto mix. It's boring. Yeah, that seems to be the trend for Strive. Yeah. But you know, this game is like objectively simpler in terms of like gameplay mechanics than the older Guilty Gears. That doesn't mean if we wanted to, we can play the old Guilty Gear, right? We can still play Plus R, we can still play Xrd, and people are still playing those games. So, you know, what's kind of like, sorry for being a little cringe and overly positive about this, but like it's nice to see that there's a Guilty Gear for most types of fighting game players. You know, you got Strive if you're newer and just want to jump into it. You don't, and especially if you don't want to deal with like very, very obtuse, nuanced game mechanics. But if you're like if you really want to dive into some hardcore, every character is a boss level gameplay, then there's Plus R, and then Xrd is just, I wouldn't say it's somewhere in between. It's like its own contingent of like every character is a boss character, and it's very difficult to play. But yeah, the screaming is hype. I love my female Bruce Lee. She is Lady Bruce Lee. Yeah, this game has broke my heart so many times that like when something comes out, I don't know. I mean, I've stuck with this game for about 20 years, and it's broke my heart so much that I just accept what's coming at me. Like if next patch we're gonna get something really bad, I'm like, that makes sense, but that's okay. At some point we're gonna experience you know, for every low there's gonna be a high, right? And plus there's always Plus R or Xrd for me to back into. But I remember when the first appearance of this game happened, which was like an Arc Revo 2019, I want to say. This was in California. Me and my buddies like flew down to play Strive. And at that time it was sort of like Xrd, but still a little bit different, right? Like air dashing wasn't so slow. The weight of gravity wasn't so weird, like when you do an air combo. But at each iteration, they decided to make it more and more different, and then, like, it kind of broke our hearts at the time as Xrd players. And there was a point where, like, okay, this is just gonna be a totally different game, and we're just gonna have to be okay with it. And it just turned into something different. And honestly, if they could put a different IP to this game and not call it Guilty Gear, and it would just be fine. But it seems like they have like this new system. It feels like a different fighting game, and they just slapped the Guilty Gear label on it. And that's sort of where we're at right now. At the end, though, they kind of made a pretty cool game. Yeah. Strive is so much more streamlined compared to older games, but it also made an actual popular fighting game. It was a great move as far as getting the series some more traction. Exactly. Now they have money to pay for a new sprite and character for Blaze Blue, right? So Rama says, I wish Strive did. I wish Strive was. I wish what Strive did though is acknowledge that. Oh, sorry. What I wish Strive did though is acknowledge that. Acknowledge that and have different play modes for people like the previous games more, so that I could play Strive with plus R mechanics. I don't think that's a bad thing to do. I've been advocating for that too. Like, just put a game mode where it's like plus R mode or Xrd mode, just to help. I don't know, just to make it feel like they're not turning their backs on their old fan base, because that's what it really felt like, right? That broke my heart where they made the decision to be. Literally, they said, we are not trying to appease you old players. We're trying to get new players in. And like that's when a lot of players just decided to drop the game. Like, they didn't have to say that. But I guess, you know, that's a good thing about artists. They make their intentions clear. Versus, I think Tekken didn't really make their intentions very clear, and they just kind of gaslit everyone, strung them along, right? So I appreciate that from Arxis. Although, it does break my heart. Yeah, so Hunter says, I don't know why they didn't do a spin-off. I think I would have just played a... would have played a spin-off too. No, they said it with a lot more malice. That's true. Yeah, I'm putting it lightly too, right? Huntress remembers. They did say it with a lot more intent to kill us. They said that they didn't want veteran players to play their new game. Yeah, well, sad for them. They got a veteran right here playing their new game, and I snuck into the program. Not only am I playing their new game, I'm spearheading some Dizzy guides and stuff, man. Got them. And also FAB's playing and Daiji's playing, so. Anyway. I gotta get to work, guys. Sorry for cutting it short. Let's read some of this and then I should wrap it up. So FTW says, hey, to be honest, Strive is still unique compared to other fighting games. That is true. It's uniquely... yeah, it's like a unique modern game. Yeah, I mean, I guess the numbers talk, and this game sold, and you know they have now a framework of how they want to start off a new game, and it sounds like they don't want to make mechanics too obtuse and nuanced, which is okay, I guess. Like, I really wonder how Marvel Tokon will play. I'll give that a shot and see if I enjoy it. Yeah. Anyway. Gorgonzola, yo Marcus, how's it going? It says no, Tekken made their intentions quite clear, but with the term back to the basics was more focused than that was more focused on that. Than the clearly given description of what to expect. Okay, so it's like kind of vague. Still? I don't know, I read it pretty vaguely. I should probably stop reading and go to work because I'm having trouble reading this small text in front of me. I think Rama says, I think we can all agree that what we can all agree on is Strive is the best looking fighting game out there. I'm trying to think of the other fighting games. It's one of them anyway. It also depends on... I think it's still subjective. People will look at anime and will just like knee-jerk reaction think, nah, this is bad. Yeah, it's I think it's one of them. I don't think we can all agree that it's the best looking one, although I do like the look of it. Yeah. Actually, you know what, Huntress has a good point. You look at this stage, it looks like you're getting flashbanged. That's true. Yeah, the lighting is a little bit bright. They can work on it a little bit. I often do not like certain stages because of the lighting. I like something a little bit more neutral. Council of 3 is pretty neutral. Minnie says, I love the look of fighters. Oh, you know what has a great look? Ground Blue versus Rising. The lighting is a little bit weird at some points, but Ground Blue versus Rising, whenever I look at that game, I think, man, why am I not playing this game? It looks so cool. It's so anime, but it plays like a non-anime game. Fighters looks great though. Fighters, what makes Fighters so good is the fact that you take a glance at it and you don't know you're playing a 2D fighting game, right? And that's really cool. So I've seen very little Fighters, but it looks cool. Ground Blue is personally my favorite fighting game in terms of aesthetics. It's like moving. I know, right? Ground Blue versus Rising, DNF Duel. Yeah, those ones do it well. And Dragon Ball Fighters, I think so. What makes, for me anyway, what makes Strive a little bit jarring at times is that, I guess they were originally using an engine that would try to make 3D look like 2D, right? So the intention of Guilty Gear Xrd was to magically make it look like you're playing a 2D fighting game when it's made in a 3D engine. Now, Strive has no intention of doing that at all, right? It still has a little bit of an anime look to it, but you can, I don't know, it's like they are 3D models and like you can kind of tell they are right from the start. And I think that's where Strive is kind of weaker at in terms of its aesthetic. Yeah, I'm gonna still say it's like one of the top aesthetically pleasing ones because I like anime fighting games, but other anime fighting games do it better because they're really able to replicate what anime looks like. Yeah, DBFZ looks great. Strive has so much polished animations though. Yeah. King of Fighters 13 and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike are probably my second favorites. Oh, you know what's my... Okay, I gotta go. But before I go, every time I look at King of Fighters 96, I think about the time it got made, and I look at its graphics, and I'm like, I get so happy, you know? Those graphics were so good that they reused the same graphics like for 5 years of the game's existence. Of King of Fighters at the time, right? King of Fighters 96 to 2002. 6 years, right? And it came out in 1996. Those, you know, they did a really good job then, that pixel art. Anyway, stop reading the guy. You're right. You guys got me. I gotta get to work. Anyway, keep reading the guy. Well, Rama's got a good point. You know, Gara Mark of the Wolves looks great. City of the Wolves looks okay, but they got Kenshiro, so. Alright, I gotta go. I'm sorry, guys. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you guys so much for participating in the chat and hanging out with me. Let me go ahead and raid somebody. I can rush to work. I can speed run to work. All good. Alright. I don't know if Genmu is gonna be streaming any, or is gonna be raiding anybody else, but we're gonna raid Genmu before they go, because we always do it. Alright, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. I have one more day of work until the weekend. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Oh, yo, check this out. Voice changer.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Test your might. Fatality. Alright.
I had to do that. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, take care, everybody.